Minor seventh chords are used to create a little melancholy, a more soulful sound, and they can also be used to add a bit of depth to simple chord progressions. Now, in this A Chord a Day challenge, we're going to be looking at the A minor seventh chord, and we're going to have a practice with a simple chord progression, and we're going to look at a classic 60s soul song by the Temptations. So I'm going to show you two versions of this chord, and here's the first version. So if you put on the A minor chord, and you can see it in the diagram there, and to make the A minor seventh chord, we're going to add the little finger onto the 3rd fret of the high E string, right, which is this one here, the first string. So you're going from A minor to A minor 7. And you can hear it adds a little kind of tension, I think, with that extra note. Now it's a 5-string chord, so you're playing the top 5 strings: high E, B, G, D and A. And you're going to use your thumb, as always, to dampen this low E string here. So let's try a little chord progression, a simple chord progression to use this chord. And we're going to be doing 1 bar of G, 1 bar of A minor 7, bar of C and a bar of D. Let's have a go at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D. And again, G, 2, 3, 4, A minor 7, 2, 3, 4, C, and D. Now a little transition tip for you here. When you're going from the G to the A minor 7, and if you play your G like me, with the 4th finger, 3rd finger and 2nd finger, what's going to happen is take off these 2 fingers, keep this finger here on the string at the 3rd fret, and then put the A minor chord on. And that'll give you the A minor 7. And it works in reverse, so keep the finger on, take these fingers off, put the G chord on. The only thing that will happen is any kind of little change. Certainly when I'm playing, maybe it's because I've got short fingers, I don't know. But I've got the G chord on, and the 4th finger is right up close to the fret, not on the fret. But then when I get the A minor 7 chord on, this finger slides back down a little bit to kind of about halfway between the 3rd and the 2nd fret. But it still rings out. And so when I go back to the G, the finger slides up to kind of as close to the fret, but not on the fret, and then I put the rest of the chord on. Right, now going from A minor 7 to C major, well, what you're going to do is take these 2 fingers off, the 3rd and the 4th finger, take them off, and then put the 3rd finger on 3rd fret of the A string, the 5th string, because these 2 fingers are in common between the C chord and the A minor 7 chord. And again, I've got this kind of bit of movement with this finger here, the 2nd finger. When I'm playing the A minor 7, in order to get that finger in, the 3rd finger, this finger has to be a little bit away from the fret. But then when I'm playing C, the finger is close to that 2nd fret. Let's take a look at the 2nd version of the A minor 7 chord, and again put on the A minor chord. Now instead of adding a finger, you're going to take away a finger. This finger here, the 3rd finger, just lift it off. And there you have your A minor 7, another version. Possibly a little bit easier because, you know, compared to A minor, this one, A minor 7, this might be a little stretch for you, putting that finger on. So this could be another way of playing it. And it's a nice sounding chord. I think this is a little bit deeper than this one, because this string here is adding a bit of top to the sound. And let's try that chord progression again using this A minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7. 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7. 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. And transitioning between the G and the A minor 7, a little bit different though, because with this version, if we're going from G to A minor 7, you know, we're not leaving any fingers in place, everything has to come off. But notice that this finger, the second finger, is on the second fret of this string, the A string, and then all it's going to do is hop over to the next string at the same fret. So you can kind of keep this finger close to the fretboard as a type of anchor. And then when you're going from A minor 7 to C, well, it's simply a matter of putting this finger here on the third fret of that A string and taking it off, putting it on. My Girl, which was written by Smokey Robinson and performed by the Temptations, I think it's got David Ruffin. I think it was David Ruffin's first performance with the band. I'm not sure. And I think it was from 1965, top tune. And this is what the verse looks like. And you can see it's just G and C. It's G and C, G and C, G and C. And in terms of transitioning, switching chords, look, these two fingers here are just going to go, you're going to lift them up, shift them across and put them here for the C chord. And back again, lift up, just move them across. You know, that way you don't need to go wildly around looking for the chord and the fretboard. Use those two fingers to help you make the switch a little bit easier. The second part of the chord is where the A minor 7 comes in. And if you look at the chord progression that you can see on the screen, you'll see it's basically the same as the practice progression we did earlier, except it's half bars. So you've got half a bar of G, half a bar of A minor 7, half a bar of C, half a bar of D, and that repeats. Just like that. And the final part of the song, My Girl, is 2 bars of G, a bar of A minor 7 and a bar of D. So let's play through that song together. We'll do it nice and slow, and we'll keep the chord, we'll keep the strumming simple. We'll just play down strums, just like this. You don't need to do anything else. Just focus on this part here, getting the chord changes as smooth as you can. And what you can try doing when you're practicing this is on the second part of the song, when it does the G, A minor 7 part, for the first time round, you could try it with the 4-finger version of the chord, and then on the second time round, try it with the 2-finger version, you know, to get used to both versions of the chord. And for the intro, we're just going to play a couple of bars of G major and then go into the singing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'll say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? thinking about my girl, I've got soul. And then back to the verse again. So try both versions of the chord, see which one you like the sound of, but definitely learn both shapes. It's definitely worthwhile, especially that first shape. I think that's a very important shape. If you need any help with any of the chords that you've seen in this guitar tutorial looking at A minor 7th, then click the link right here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy strumming.